in this podcast very quickly. Just to give a shout out to two of my sponsors. First one, Double R Hat Company. Gabe Rodriguez, man, he's a good friend of mine. A great hat company, veteran-owned company. They have shirts, they have hats, they have hoodies, mugs, all you can think of. So go check out Double R Hat Co. on Instagram. And now to my second sponsor, I'd like to give a major shout out to my boy Irizarry. His handle is JT underscore Izzy. That's JT underscore IZZY. He is with Evolve Fitness, which is basically one of the best personal trainers I know personally. I've been to over 20 countries, and he gets the job done when it comes to your macros, tracking all of that, when it comes to your fitness plan, whether you're trying to bodybuild, whether you're trying to lifestyle, whatever the case it may be. He's your go-to guy. So thank you guys again.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 25 of the Nigga Time podcast. It's kind of crazy to think it's been 25 episodes. We have a very special episode for you today. It's actually, and I kind of sprung this on my guest, the 1-year anniversary of this podcast. So it's been going strong. Shout out to not only the guests we have today, but all the other guests I've had in the past and all the other guests to come. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. We have Kendra Valenzuela as our guest today, aka the Kendrizzzle, one of the hottest DJs in West Texas and Texas in general. So, Kendrizzzle, you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Hey guys, what's up? Well, he already said my name, Kendra. I go by DJ Kendrizzle here in the area. I was born in Texas, but raised in Mexico, which is crazy because I'm out here doing the thing, all over Texas, but I originally come from Mexico. So you did tell me not to say a lot, but I am going to say one thing that...
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, no, I'm going to keep it for later.
You're gonna keep it.
Yeah, I'll save it for later. Yeah, I'll save it for later. But right. I'm 23 years old. And I moved over here when I was in 7th grade. Started I came over here by myself with my mom, and then pretty much just went from there. I came when I got here, I didn't have any friends, but now look where I'm at. I have a bunch of friends, so it's insane. It's been one hell of a ride. I don't know.
For sure. I'll keep you going on that, because that was going to be obviously our first topic.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about your upbringing, because I'm trying to give you your flowers, celebrate you, and just give people that backstory to the person behind the booth.
Oh, so personally, me as a person, I don't change. I am who I am. If you see me in the streets, or like you see me at the bars or the clubs or eating at a restaurant, wherever you see me, it's like, I'm me. If you come to my house as a friend or as a family member, I'm me. Like, I don't change where I'm at. Or let's say, for instance, at work or wherever, like, I am me 100%. So there's not like really like a difference between scenarios, I guess you can say. But anybody that you talk to, they'll tell you like the type of person that I am. I'm very outgoing, crazy. I don't know, man, like just friendly. I love everybody. It's all about, having that peace and love for anybody that's around you. So that's just the way that I describe myself and who I am.
For sure.
Yeah.
Respect. So would you say, obviously you said, you are who you are, and you kind of, keep that genuineness about you. Mm-hmm. And mad respect, because I take a lot of pride in that too. I don't try to be anybody that I'm not. And it's a good quality to have, because most people don't do it. But would you say a lot of that has to do with, how you came up and, that foundation growing up as to why you are like that?
I guess as far as like the foundation goes, it was just kind of like a mix in the middle. because if we're being honest, from the beginning, like I've loved music since I was little. Like, I was a little girl, playing the guitar, having like anything around me, I would make, whatever, like any type of sound that had to do with music. But as far as like DJing, I never thought I would be a DJ, like never that. I took, music classes when I was in junior high. And like I'm telling you, when I was little, when I was in Mexico, like my mom bought me a guitar when I was like 3 years old, and I would just mess around with it without even knowing what the hell I was doing. So, but like the foundation of like, my career, pretty much, it was just unexpected. Like it came out of me hanging out with a group of friends and raving all the time, and me becoming, that person in the group, because we were always traveling everywhere, like all over Texas. And, actually we had a group of like 15 friends, and we would all get together and we would go raving. We love, electronic music, and we would stay at houses or Airbnbs or whatever, all of us together, we would just party all the time. And one day I was like, okay, well, if this is what's gonna be like, then one of us in the group has to be a DJ. Yeah. So who's gonna do it? And me being the person that I am, I was like, you know what? It's gonna be me. So I ordered my decks, and I just got into it from there, like from seeing a bunch of famous DJs, even local DJs at clubs, or like going to different, bars, and just seeing the DJ in the booth out, like it inspired me to do something like that. But it's not even because of that. It's just like the type of person that I am. I'm the life of the party. Like I love walking in, like I walk into a place and it's like, I bring it up, you know what I'm saying? I'm a loud, talkative person, and that's just the way I am. So I feel like it just mixed perfectly. And that was the foundation. Like that was literally like the beginning of what I'm doing now.
Oh, that's dope. I appreciate you sharing that story. I mean, it kind of happened organically, and I think a lot of times when people see other people that succeed in something and see them enjoying what they do, they think like, oh, well, maybe, they just got lucky, or maybe this happened. Like, no, like people have to take initiative,
No,
that stuff takes
for
initiative.
sure. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't start doing this for anything else other than, having fun with my friends. Like I didn't sit here and tell myself I'm gonna do this and make thousands of dollars and live off of that. This was just like a hobby to me, like I love that. I love music, I love different genres, I love anything that has to do with that, within that category. So the fact that like something amazing like this came out of that, it's freaking insane to me. I sit here and I tell myself every night before I go to sleep, I'm like, dang, am I really doing this for a living? Because, I live in West Texas. There's so much money around here with like oil and all of that. I could be doing that, which I actually did after I graduated. I graduated high school, and then I went straight into the oil field. I went straight into transportation because that's what my brothers do. They own trucks or whatever. But so that was like my leading to, after high school, I thought I had to do that. But, I ended up getting an opportunity with one of our local bars, and they were like, hey, like we need a DJ, like, which I don't know, like if you want me to get into that now or we can do it later, but that's, that's pretty much where it goes.
I want you to be you. That's what I need for the podcast, right? I don't need you. I need you to just let it flow. Okay. Let it flow. Let it roll.
Yeah. So pretty much whenever I graduated, I mean, the drill, especially coming from a Mexican household. It's like, okay, you got to work. You either work or you find yourself somebody that's gonna, support you. Me personally, I am a very independent woman. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and let nobody like take care of me. At least not expect them to take care of me. I'm telling you, I come from Mexico, so like all those Mexican roots are Or yeah.
They're deep. They run deep.
Yeah, they're deep. Yeah. So I went straight, I graduated, I did 2 years of college I was gonna go for business management, but honestly, I had to move out of my mom's house because me and my stepdad, we don't really get along, which I don't really want to get into that personal life yet because like
no, we don't
this is the this is
yeah,
this is like the beginning of the podcast, so I don't want to get emotional right now, you know. No,
yeah,
but anyways, I had to move out of my mom's. I had to move out of my mom's, you know, and start my own thing, whatever. I had to pay for rent, had to pay my own things by myself, you know. And as soon as I graduated, you know, I dropped out of college. Well, I did a year in high school. I did that dual credit, and then I did another year. Whenever I graduated, I went to OC, and then fortunately, I had to get a grown girl, like a grown-up job, you know.
Yeah.
So I just dropped out. I dropped out, and I started working. And my first grown-up job was AT&T, I believe. I can't really remember. And I started making really good money, you know, for me being 18, 19 years old. Keep in mind, I'm 23 right now. I'm still young, but somebody that like
I'm still young too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, for real. That's what I'm saying. We're still young, but somebody that's like fresh out of high school, you know, it's supposed to, you know, they're supposed to be going to college or doing, you know, getting their actual career started. Yeah, you know, professional career, because that's just the basic of everything. Like, that's what parents tells us. They'll be like, hey, if you're not a doctor, if you're not this, if you're not that, then you ain't doing it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
What's it called? But anyways, yeah, so I started making really good money there. And then after that, I just started, you know, finding better and better jobs. Keep in mind, this is within, I'm still having the time of my life with my friends and like partying every weekend and like traveling and doing whatever. And what's it called? I just, you know, I ended up just getting involved in the oil field, and I started making those big bucks. You know, I'm like 20 years old at this point, 21, making, you know, I don't know, like $2,000 a week or whatever. And I'm like, dang, like you can make this much money after working 180 hours. Let's do it.
Hey, going to Louis Vuitton, like, hey, Louis, where you at? You know what I mean?
No, for real. But it's like you're making $3,000 working 180 plus hours a week, even, or, you know, like 2 weeks or 200, whatever, 100 hours a week.
Hours a week. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not, here's $3,000, you're good. Like, don't worry, like just sit in the chair. You gotta go earned. You know what I'm saying? This is not just money that's given to you. This is money that you're earning. Exactly. So, and I did that for a couple of years, and I was like I started getting a little tired of it, you know? But I wouldn't say anything because I had bills to pay. Like, I couldn't sit here and be picky about my, you know, what I was doing for work. I had stuff to take care of, so it was like I couldn't complain. Well, the time comes actually this year, like 3 months ago on St. Patty's Day. I think that was my 1 year mark of DJing. So I've been doing this for a year. As far as like out, like,
for sure,
like my people, you know what I'm saying, like in public. But I originally started DJing in my bedroom back in 2017 when I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, like I would sit there until 4 or 5 in the morning in my room with my parents in the other room just blasting my music. I would get in so much trouble. It would be insane.
So tell me this. Was there ever a moment, or there definitely was a moment, but I want to know the moment where you were like, for yourself, not because of other people, but for you, where you're like, you always did it, but where you're like, I could be pretty good at this. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. Like it just came easy. As soon as I first touched those boards, dude, it was like, oh, that sounded kind of good, you know? And then I would do it again in a different way, and I'll be like, oh damn, that sounded even better. Like, okay, this is pretty good, you know. I like this, you know. And I would sit there and just like it was a feeling, instant. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a feeling that I was like, dang, like that sounds freaking sick, dude. Like I want to do this over and over and over again. And I would FaceTime my friends, you know, it would be like 3 a.m. My friends that were in college. I actually do have a story with one of my really good friends. Her name is Yvonne. She lived in San Marcos, and she was going to college over there, you know, and she was always up studying or whatever. And I would call her, FaceTime her, and I'll be like, dude, look, listen to this. And she'll be like, yeah, dude, that sounds freaking sick. And I would just call, you know, I would call my best friend Kit Kat or my, you know, my best friends, all my best friends. And I would be like, hey, like, look at this, listen to this. Or we had a group message with all of us, and I would send them like little, I didn't have speakers. I only had the table, so that way that I would make the sound come out. Well, I didn't have like the really good speakers. I had like some shitty ass like little speakers this big. Yeah. But I would make it, you know, I would make it work for them to listen to me. And I would just send them videos of me, you know, doing little transitions or whatever. And they'll be like, dude, that's so freaking sick. Like, that's sick. Well, after finally, you know, practicing for a little bit, my friend, my really good friend, or actually my best friend for life, now my really good friend. This is like my ride or die. Her name's Kit Kat, which I'm sure she's going to be watching this as soon as it drops. But she's like literally...
Shout out to Kit Kat one time.
Yeah, for real. She actually pushed me. She was one of the first few people to like believe in everything that I was doing, even though from the beginning it was just, you know, like all fun and games or whatever. But this person has always like pushed me to those how do I say, like, she's always pushed me to be the best version that I can be of myself. And not just like during my career, but like personally too. This person I put all my trust in her, you know? So there was a few times that I did feel like just like cutting everything off and being like, I don't want to do this anymore. And she, you know, pushed me back. She's like, nah, you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already started it, you finish. But like, as far as like myself, I just, you know, it makes me feel good. Like, it made me feel good, the music, and it made me feel even better having my best friends, you know, supporting me at all times and hyping me up and giving me that support that I needed to continue and, you know, pretty much just, you know, continue doing my thing, even if it was her apartment DJing or whatever, because that's what we did. You know, we would throw parties during the weekend. Like I'm telling you, whenever we wouldn't go out of town for a rave, we would throw parties at her house or her apartment. And we would get like 30 people in the apartment, and I would be DJing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would be DJing, and everybody would be having the best time of their lives. So
no, that's dope. Shout out to the whole support system, because I mean, without them, you know, you're not where you are. Same with me, right? I had a friend when I was in Turkey, when I was stationed out there, Eddie Gomez. Shout out to Eddie Gomez. He or not just him, but a bunch of my friend groups in the military were always like, dude, like, you're charismatic and you have like, you're very diverse and like being able to talk to people, you know, because I'm like biracial. So I can like, not that you have to be biracial, but I was always able to stretch, like, you know, if I wanted to talk to somebody, I could relate to them in different kinds of ways and et cetera, et cetera. And I was always like a very good listener. So it was like, dude, you listen to podcasts like crazy. Like, why don't you just start your own? And I'm like, start my own podcast. I'm like, people that I would want on my podcast are not in the same place that I am. And my boy Eddie was like, okay, give me another excuse, you know? And I'm like, so I started doing my research, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, well, there's all these like apps that you can just like, you know what I mean, screen record and make it happen, and just start editing and stuff like that. And then I came to where I came to. Now I'm here. I just do this just to make a difference from one person. If one person watches this and maybe it made them smile, maybe it inspired them to go follow their dreams, maybe it just got them through the damn day, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, like that kind of stuff is why I do what I do. So like I feel you through and through when it comes to that support system. People don't think about it all the time, but I mean, it really is everything.
Yeah, it really is. And it's kind of like for me, as of right now, whenever you asked me to do the podcast, I was like, okay, like that's pretty cool, But then for a minute, I was like, this is like a chapter in my life where I have to, I have to sit here and pretty much have this conversation with you about my personal and my professional career, which is I told you from the beginning that I wasn't nervous, but like as soon as it started, I did get a little bit nervous because I started thinking like, oh, okay, so I'm about to be, like a whole open book to you and to like people that are going to be watching this. So I don't know if I was like really ready for that, but I feel like as a entertainer, just like you said, it has to, like it has to happen.
Yeah.
Like people have to know, the type of person that I really am, even if there's no change, but I do try to keep that personal life, with me because I feel like I'm around people all the time. Like literally I'm at home probably 15% of my week.
Yeah.
Like I'm always out and about, doing advertisement or doing whatever I got to do because I do have, like this is my business. So I'm always out, making sure that I got to do what I got to do for it to be, as successful as it is right now and then more successful as it's about to be. But no, like the podcast, honestly, like it's just, a new, something new to experience. And it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm enjoying it. And
no, for sure. I'm glad you are. And I was gonna say too, like when people talk about like personal stuff, it's like I've had people come on here and say their whole life, because maybe something in their life was really heavy and they wanted other people to know. But like this isn't that, like you share what you want to share.
Yeah.
But I feel like, okay, being behind the DJ booth, right? You have Kendrizzzle and then you have Kendra, right? And the more connected people can get just to who you are, that doesn't mean they know every in and out about you.
Right.
But just the more like, humanized with you, it's kind of like, okay, when they do show up, you have more genuine people around you that want to see you succeed compared to like more of the celebrity like aspect of it.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No,
like,
for sure. And I get that because I mean at the end of the day, I'm not gonna change because of, the profile that I have now. I'm still the same person that everybody has, met from day one. I just become a little bit more busier with life. So I feel like some people do think that, like she's getting over her head or whatever, but it's not that. It's just the fact that, I'm so busy all the time. And I still try to keep in loop with, with my personal life and my career because it's hard. Like my career is, everybody thinks it's all fun and games. Like, oh yeah, all she does is, go out and party every day because I do DJ from Tuesday through Sunday. So keep in mind, I only have one day to myself.
And I appreciate that day spending it with me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No, for sure. No, I got you. Hey, I told you we were going to get it down. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I only have one day to my actual self, like to take care of my mental health and whatever I got to take care of aside from work. Because as soon as Tuesday hits, it's like, I got to work on music. I got to work on making sure that everything's going good, where I'm going to be working at or whatever, there's always that like that squirrel that you have in your head just going super fast, you know what I'm saying? And it's stressful, and it does take a toll on my mental health, like being out every day and just, you know, being around a bunch of people all the time, which I love everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, I'm a people person. I feel like I was meant to do this because, like, I can literally like make anybody smile, and I can sit here and make somebody's, you know, day or whatever, because you never know what that other person can be going through. You know what I'm saying? So
no, for sure.
Like I'm telling you, I can walk in anywhere and just, you know, it'll turn like bright in there, because I just have that personality, and I just want everybody to have a good time. But sometimes it's like, oh, okay, I want everybody to have a good time, but am I having a good time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it's
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this is the kind of stuff I think that, like, you know, really resonates with people. You know, it's like, hey, like, I know you may see like it's all fun and games, but one, I'm working my ass off, and two, like, sometimes it could be overwhelming for me. Like, I'm human. And that's what I was kind of saying earlier, right? Instead of looking at, oh, like, you know, all the time that's DJ Kendrizzzle, it's like, dude, sometimes that's Kendra, you know, and she's human just like all of us. And sometimes she's overworked, sometimes she's stressing out, or whatever the case. And the more people resonate with that, the bigger, you know, follow. And I'm not talking about just having more people that are following you, but just more people that genuinely care and want to see you, you know what I mean, do your thing to the best of your abilities. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And, you know, that's what I'm telling you, because I do get that a lot from everybody. Like, hey, like, you're always out. And I'm not going to lie, I myself, I do like partying. You know what I'm saying? I do drink. I mean, I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it is hard being out, you know, on a Friday, Saturday night, and getting all these people lit, and myself, like, I'm just down. You know, I respect to everybody that can do this sober. I'm not saying that I can't do it sober, but I do, you know, I personally do like to drink, and I do drink whenever I'm working, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody copes with whatever they got to do. But I've met a lot of, you know, like older DJs, because right now in the area and the game, as far as my other DJ fellow friends that I have, you know what I'm saying? I am the only woman, and I am the youngest one. So it's, you know, it's like my peak right now, or like, it's probably like the beginning of my career. I've met DJs from Austin that are, you know, older already. And I actually do have a friend in Austin. He's already older, and he doesn't drink because he's already been doing this for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know, I understand there's a limit to everything. But like right now, if you ask people about me, they'll be like, yeah, Kendra, she's a party animal. She DJs and works, you know what I'm saying? But she does, you know, she be drinking. And I do, I'm not going to sit here and deny that, because I do like to party. I do like to drink. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm telling you. It does get tiring, because anytime that I work, it's like Tuesday through Sunday, somebody that, you know, that comes and sees me all the time, they're like, or my regulars or whatever, you know, hey, you want a shot? And it's like one shot every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That there's a problem within that, which it's just hard. It's hard. Like the environment and everything.
So while we're on this topic, I don't know if you've seen any of my previous episodes, but one thing I do about this podcast, if there was a theme, there's not a theme, because I have different guests. Like, I had like Bradley Marquez on, I had like military friends on, like it's guest dependent. But I always ask every single person, we talk about mental health, right? I'm like the biggest like advocate for mental health. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know anyone that advocates more for mental health in my personal life than me. This past Saturday, because I work out a lot, like I'm kind of crazy, training for like a triathlon called an Ironman next year. And it's crazy. It's like 140 miles. Like, I'm kind of psycho in the head.
140 miles? Oh, yeah, my God.
It's a 2.4 mile swim. It's a 112 mile bike. and then a marathon 26 miles.
Dude, oh, I'm sorry, but like that's insane. Hey, everybody to their own, but dang,
right,
that is crazy. That's crazy.
It's just like I'm on my savage shit, you know what I mean? It's like
No, for sure.
it's just one of those things.
That's what pumps you up, man. You gotta do what you gotta do.
But check this, right? I had finished, so I biked, and don't worry about the numbers, but I biked 25 miles on Saturday. Then I parked my bike and ran 5. When I was running 5, I had sent like a video to like a snap. I sent a Snapchat video to, you know, like 10 people that I think may need it, you know. And I had a childhood friend that I grew up with, like elementary friend. We kind of disconnected through went to different middle schools, and then high school we definitely didn't talk. And I sent like him and like 7 other people a snap, just say, you know, if you're going through it, whatever, just know, like, it was just like some motivational stuff, you know.
Yeah,
I forget
sure.
exactly what I said. And he said like, thank you, like ... right? And I kind of like, by the way, I'm running like literally like on the service road, like running, and I read that. So I called him, and I'm still breathing hard, and we're having a full conversation. And I think we talked for maybe about 2 hours, right? And he said, dude, he said, you had no idea, but he said, I was going to kill myself today.
Oh, wow.
Right? And I was like, imagine if I don't make that phone call, if I don't send that video.
No,
right?
For real.
Like, it's crazy to think that one person can have a ripple effect for an entire person's life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And words matter. And I think that's why I'm so connected to doing this kind of stuff. Because
sure.
You may not know it, but something you said earlier or throughout this whole entire podcast may change the course of somebody's entire life.
No,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
Yeah, and I can relate to that a lot, because I'm telling you, I am the type of person that if I'm thinking about somebody or whatever, you know, if I'm doing something and something comes to my head, I do it right there and then. You know, if I'm thinking about a friend that I haven't talked to or I haven't, you know, seen them in a long time, I'll be like, hey, I hope you're doing good. You know, haven't seen you in a while, whatever. And it's like, I always get a response back. That's why, like, or even if I don't get a response, it's like, I still, you know,
reach out.
I still reach out. And the one thing that I do tell myself every day, and anybody that I come across with, the one thing that I will give myself is that I'm 100%, like, I am 100% person. Like, it makes me feel good knowing the fact that I keep it real with all my people. You know what I'm saying? Even if they might like it or they might not like it. But at the end of the day, it's like, I gotta, you know.
Yeah, people respect you for that.
You know
people
what I'm saying?
Respect you for that.
Yeah. And that's why I feel like a lot of people, they, you know, they're cool with me and they support me because they know at the end of the day, I don't have any bad intentions towards anybody or anything. And that's the last thing that I would ever want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's similar with me. Like I said, you know, I left right after high school. I've been to like 20 different countries. I've seen the world. I didn't come back till about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, you know? And in those times when I would come home or whatever, and I like, you know, we'd go out or see somebody at a restaurant, at the grocery store, whatever, you know, people look at me, be like, hey, Nick, what's up? Like, you know, like, and it was always respect because I always like, you know, gave respect.
Yeah.
You know, I demanded it, but I also gave it, you know?
No, for sure. Yeah. It's like you get what you give, you know?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That's just, sometimes you're not going to get what you give. And let's be honest, but at the end of the day, it's like, as long as yourself, you know that what you're doing is the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Giving what you're supposed to be given, then that's all that matters.
Awesome.
And I feel like,
go ahead.
I feel like, my God. No, but I just feel like,
you're
honestly,
my guest.
Yeah, no, I do feel like, honestly, like, a lot of people do respect that. And you're, at the end of the day, you are gonna have haters, you know. because I do have a lot of haters, even though I don't hate anybody. But it's like, I do live in a small town with a bunch of the same people that I've known since a long time. And they think just because I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm better than anybody. But I don't think of it like that at all, you know, because I can go out to the mall or go out to the store or whatever, and I'll have a stranger come up to me and be like, hey, you're the DJ, huh? You're the DJ from the house. You're the DJ from wherever. And I'm like, yeah, like that's me. And, you know, I'll sit there and I'll build like a friendship with somebody that I didn't even know had even been to my bar or listened to any of my music. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
So.
No, that's dope. So real quick, I'm gonna ask you this question. We kind of talked about it a little bit, and then we're gonna go into some fan questions that we got from IG, okay?
Okay.
So we touched on it a little bit, but what does mental health mean to you, and what is something that you do to help your own mental health?
As far as mental health, I feel like, to me, is that little squirrel that I told you about earlier that I have, you know, running around all day and just making sure that you know, like I'm okay at all times, even if I have, you know, a million things to worry about, or even if I'm under like, you know, like all this stress for, you know, family stress or career stress, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Work stress, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my mental health. To me, is that little squirrel that I have, you know, that I have inside of here that's just making things work for me. But, you know, just making sure that I'm okay, because I'm always so worried about making sure that I make other people happy. And, you know, and this person right here is, well, helps me be happy. But what I do, you know, honestly, what I have to do to maintain that health sometimes is like just going MIA one day, which is my Mondays. My Mondays are Mondays. I usually sleep all day, you know, just to regain that energy from the weekend, because I'm telling you, those weekends are tough, man. Like just being out all day. I wake up, you know, like at 2 p.m, because I stay out until 4 a.m, you know. And I'm a night owl. Like my schedule is so much different from everybody else's. Like it's hard meeting people that have the same schedule as me. And usually those people that I do meet that have the same schedule as me would be like the people that work with me at the bar, or, you know, like people that work overnight.
Yeah, for sure.
But my life is pretty much turned upside down, that it's, you know, on Mondays, I just sleep all day. And that's how you know, that's what I do. Or, you know, even just sitting in my own home, the comfort of my own home, because I'm never here. That just helps me regain that, you know, what I need to continue.
No, that recharge. So for everybody out there listening, there's nothing like good old rest to help with your mental health. It's very important.
No, for sure. Sleep is good. Like it's one of the main factors to success. I'll tell you that. And it's crazy because everybody's always saying how you're supposed to get, you know, your 8 hours of sleep. It's true. I didn't believe on that until like barely, you know, because when I first started DJing, I would go days without sleeping, and I started crashing, you know, like you got to get that rest. Yeah, at least a minimum of 8 hours for sure. I myself will probably sleep like 12 or 13, because I'm telling you, I stay up until like 4 a.m, and I don't wake up till like 3 p.m, but I still have to get stuff done before everything closes. So I just leave that little gap in between to make sure that I got to do what I got to do, and then, you know, get my rest or whatever, and I'll be good.
No, for sure. I mean, I get it. Like I said, I've been in the military about to be 7 years, and the first 6, I work nights. So 5 to 6. You know, so trust me, I totally get it. But let's segue real quick into some fan questions. Are you ready? Are you ready for these?
Yeah, I'm actually very. Did we get a lot?
There was plenty. I'm only gonna do a couple because there was like about 10 or 11. But I picked 2 out of the 10. That's
actually a very good number. I didn't think you
Yeah.
were gonna get me, honestly. But hey, like some people just be wondering.
You're dumb. That's funny though. All right, so you ready? So biggest pet peeve when you're behind the DJ booth.
Oh, you already. Oh, the biggest pet peeve. Okay, that one's for sure. I hate. Like I just want to punch somebody when they ask me to play a certain genre that I'm already playing. Especially lately, it's like play Bad Bunny. That's like my thing. Or where they'll do like the little, like they'll put like the, on their notes and they'll hold it up like this, like play Bad Bunny while I'm playing Bad Bunny. And I'm like, dude, like, do you not hear that I'm playing Bad Bunny? Just because it's not the song you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? But that's my, for sure, my biggest pet peeve right now. And probably, I mean, Bad Bunny is the number one artist worldwide right now. So it's probably going to be like that for a minute. But yeah, I would consider that my biggest. Yeah.
All right. This next one is it's kind of spicy. You ready? Remember these, I'm keeping all these anonymous. Just remember that.
No, for sure. Go ahead.
So this says, how does your job on the day-to-day affect your romantic relationships?
Oh my God. Okay. I mean,
I told you it was spicy.
That is kind of spicy because
answer how you want. Like I said, this isn't Dr. Phil. You could just answer as little or as much as you want. Don't let these people fool you.
I'm just gonna answer it. Honestly, I'm gonna answer as it goes because as of right now, like I do have somebody that I'm talking to, but it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna answer it how I'm gonna be 100% honest. That's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
keep it a buck.
Yeah. As far as, my job goes and my relationships, it is very hard for the other person to manage what I do because being out in the club every day around a bunch of females that are, you know what I'm saying? Like, that want to, just be there or that are, being crazy or talking to me or whatever, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They're going to come and talk to me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't push them off to the side. I'm a DJ. I got to be cool with them. But I feel like I've had a lot of issues with, past people where they don't like the fact that I'm a DJ, or not the fact that I'm a DJ, but the fact that
tension.
Yeah, the tension and the heat that it comes behind that, because I do have people around me all the time, all the time, and it's always like girls, because at the end of the day, I'm a girl, I'm a girl DJ, so I feel like they feel more comfortable coming up to me and telling me whatever. But then too, I do have those people that are a little, they get drunk or whatever and they start being a little friendly. And me, I am a friendly person, but I know my boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier, I'm a respectful person. Like I'm going to respect my partner, because I know for a fact, if I was dating somebody that was doing what I was doing, oh man, like it's not easy at all. Like that is not for the weak. I'll tell you that. Like being around a bunch of females and just a bunch of like even guys, because guys like get drunk and they start being crazy, and I'm not gonna make this into like like guys are worse than girls, but like me personally, because I do like I like girls, so it's like it's like my girl's gonna of course she's gonna feel some type of way, just like I would feel some type of way if I seen her out at the bar talking to another guy. It's just like a personal, or like it's just like a reaction, like natural reaction that we all get. And I'm not saying that it's jealousy, but it's natural. Like you would feel the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's human nature for sure. All right, next question. You ready?
Go ahead.
I'm trying to make sure I read this right. Hold on. Okay, so this is the last fan question. Then we're gonna go into another topic. We'll segue. But what is your go-to shot when you're behind the DJ booth?
My go-to shot.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but at least you're calling. But it's Rumplemints. I love Rumplemints. That is my. Yeah, that is
mouthwash.
Mouthwash. Oh, literally, like, yes.
That's your go-to. Okay.
Yeah.
The mint flavor. I get it.
Yeah, if I'm not feeling work that night, look, I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna be like, somebody give me a rumple, or I'll have people that already have rumples waiting for me. Like, like they know rumple is, if you come out and drink with me, like everybody knows.
Everybody's gonna have some fresh ass breath. They're gonna have all the fresh.
And they'll tell you, like, everybody will tell you too. They go out drinking with me one night or whatever, and the next day they'll be like, damn, I've been victimized by Kendrizzzle because of her damn rumple. Like, that's one thing that they know me from, because of rumple. And because
already. So enough with the fan questions. I got a good question for you. I ask this on every podcast, and the answers are always different, but I love to hear them, and I can't wait to hear yours. So 4 people at a dinner table, right? Dead or alive, you get to choose who you eat dinner with. Who are you choosing?
Oh man. Okay, so I did see this one on the coupons that you sent, but honestly, like, for sure I'm gonna have to have my mom, because she's my peace of mind. Like, I could have literally, that's my mom doesn't speak English, so she wouldn't even know what's going on, but just the fact that I have her right there next to me will make me feel like amazing,
Awesome.
I think the second person would be somebody that has been very successful with something that they've built. So it would either be like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. Financially, because they know exactly what I feel like they didn't know exactly what they were doing, but something passionate. They were passionate about, their motive.
Craft.
Yeah, and whatever happened, and now look, they're rich, sure. Like, and they know how to manage, and they know how to, always keep it going, because they didn't stop at one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Innovate. They know how to innovate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like me. I can't just keep, one song all night long. I got to make sure that I make something, something new, every time. The third person would be, there's this guy that's from California, and he knows how to play like 115 instruments, I think. I can't remember his name. I think his name's like El Grove or something like that. So I would want to definitely have him. He's a teenager though, so he's like 15 or 14. I can't remember, but he knows how to play that many instruments, And whenever you surround yourself with people that have a passion for something, it's like it makes you want to keep going, So that's
for sure.
That's the third person, and the fourth one, I feel like it would be, I don't know, man. Probably just somebody that has had like an impact on anything that I've ever done. So it could, because aside from music, I do love poetry. I love reading books, and I do, like, I like writing and stuff. I love painting. I do like a bunch of like different stuff that not a lot of people know that I do, but I do it on the low. So I don't know, it would probably be, who would I say? It could even be an artist. I don't know. This one's a hard one, because I just thought about the 3 top that like would, that would be personally like relative to me. But the fourth one, I would either make, I don't know, like let's just say I'm gonna pick DJ Screw, maybe. I love H-Town.
Okay.
So, and it's, culture. So
Houston, stand up.
Yeah. So it's just, like different little categories. I know it's like all over the place, but it's like, it's relative. Like, it all comes together in my head. I don't know
for
if
sure.
You understand where I'm coming from, but
Hey, this is your
Yeah.
list. You ain't gotta defend.
Yeah, no,
You
for
ain't
sure.
gotta
DJ
defend
Screw would
anything.
definitely be my fourth one, mainly because it's culture. Like I'm telling you, I do a lot of, a lot of little things on the side that not a lot of people know, like reading books and writing and stuff.
Yeah.
But he also did a lot of stuff that we don't know about. So it's like, I could learn, just to ask him a bunch of, questions on how, the hip hop, religion or whatever. I don't know. Who knows? And I love H-Town too. So it's like,
no, for
as
sure.
you can see, I'm repping my little Astros jersey. I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, for sure. That's dope. I'm not a Rangers fan. I definitely probably root for the Stros too. So
yeah,
I feel you on that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, thank you for those answers. So the next question is fairly simple. What did you think about this podcast experience, and did you enjoy it?
Oh man, I honestly, it was amazing. Thank you so much for having me on, because I know I felt like a little bit all over the place, especially because I didn't even plan none of this. Like everything that I told you tonight, I know most people sit here and, write or like brainstorm about what they want to talk about, especially, like some main key points. But like me, I'm the type of person that just, goes with the flow. So I literally just sat here and just whatever came out of my mind, that's just what it is,
Well, I'm that type of person too. I always just like, especially when it comes to talking, like I can always just like do it that way. I only do key points to my guests, so for them, what I mean? Because like you said, people sometimes get like flustered and stuff, and I send that out for them. I already know what I want to ask. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing I actually looked at was like the fan questions, because I didn't want to get those like messed up, because I didn't write them. But other than that, like everything, like the segues and stuff like that, it just comes to me, like this stuff, and just carrying a conversation and be able to listen to you and just like chime in when it's my time and just make it work. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Is there any last thing? Well, obviously, after this, we'll do your promo where people can find your stuff. But before that, is there any last thing, any last message? It could be funny, it could be inspirational, it could be cool, whatever that you would like to tell the people and all the listeners out there.
Oh man, the one thing I will say is that the sky's the limit for everybody. It doesn't matter what you're doing or what you want to do in life. Never give up, for sure, because I'm telling you, like, even if it's from something that you're doing from nothing, it will become something. Just, give your heart, stay humble, make sure that, that you get what you give, or you give what you get, or yeah. You know what I'm saying? Always, keep it 100 with yourself and the people around you, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be anything if it's not for those people that are, supporting you and following you and, doing, just being there for you. Never change. But other than that, it's like, never give up and always shoot for the stars, because there's so many things that we can do. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to settle, man. You don't have to settle for anything. Like, if there's one thing that you want to do, you do that. Like, do it. If it scares you, this is coming from, because I am actually going to take the words out of I have my music teacher right now. He's from Mexico. And I have another DJ friend that I actually just met from Mexico too. And both of them told me this: if you're scared to do something, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Like, that is my go-to saying. Ever since I heard that, if you're scared to do something, you do it, because you don't know what it can turn into.
Yeah. So on the other side of fear is the most rewarding things in life. But you have to get to the other side and go for it to find out. For sure. So one more question. I know I said that was the last question, but one more question before I let you go. Who would you like to see next on the podcast?
Next,
do you have anybody that you think in mind that should be like, I'd like their story to get out there so people could hear their story?
I'm trying to think who I would want to see on here because as of right now, I mean, I would want to see, like, I do have one of my DJ friends that I would want to see on here, and he's a very successful person as well. And
No,
actually,
sure.
like, I don't talk to him as much, but I know for a fact that he's been, like, I know his story would be and like, you know, entertaining. And I feel like I personally would learn a lot from that. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a local DJ from here. His name's Alex Shock.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but I love meeting new people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, we made this happen, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I could definitely send you like his number, his socials, so you can reach out to him. I just, you know, I feel like you guys would just connect real good. Like, and he has a good story too. Like, I promise you he does. He's been doing this probably longer than me anyways, but he's just, you know, like, out there. And it would be, you know, I know for a fact, like, it would be fun. So I'll give you that information so I can make it happen.
Awesome. And we will make that happen. I appreciate that. Last question, or not question, but it's the most important thing. Let everybody know where they can find you, all your socials. And yeah, just basically tell them the rundown. How can they get a hold of you, where you'll be at, etc.
Yeah, so all my socials are at just call me Ken, but it's JUSS and then call me Kid. Because everybody always gets confused. Everything, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything's just call me Kid. So if you guys want to give me a follow, y'all can. If you have any other questions for me, you can definitely slide in the DMs and just ask. Like, I'm telling you, I am an open book. I am in a relationship though, so yeah, watch out. No, I'm just kidding. No,
bang.
No, I'm just playing. But for real, like, it's always like, you know, fun getting to meet people, new people, and people that wonder like things about me. Because I'm telling you, I'm an open book. Like, whoever wants to know something about me, like, it's cool. Like, I don't have anything to hide.
For sure.
And then I usually DJ all over the place, all over Midland and Odessa. So what I do is I just make a flyer every day, anytime I DJ, and I share it on my Instagram and my Snap. So you guys will be able to know where I'm at the day of, or like a couple days before that. So that's pretty much it. I mean, you'll see, you know, you'll see where I'm at. I do a lot of good, you know, promoting and advertising and stuff. So
no, for sure. Well, thank you again, Kendra. I really appreciate it, especially, you know, your one day off. I don't take that lightly. It means the most. I hope, you know, the listeners out there can get something out of this. I know I have personally. And yeah, next time I'm in Odessa, I'll definitely be sure to send some rumple your way for sure.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me. It was a blast. Maybe we could do a part 2 some other time. Because I actually sure. Like, you know, I'm telling you, it just came out of my head, but there is, you know, other things that I would like to get into detail. And you know, maybe have like more answer more of those questions that we had from, you know, from the fans or whatever, and then just go from there. But thank you for having me, man. It was amazing getting to talk to you and just letting everything out, some of it, because I don't know what it is about this squirrel, but she be going all over the place. Yeah. I'm telling you. So it's like
it's you know? Kind of a stress reliever though, ain't it? Kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Especially it's kind of a form of meditation. I think that's like the second reason, right? Why I do this. The first reason would be I like to share people's story. I like to, you know, give people their flowers. But second to that, like, this is like therapeutic to me because I'm listening to somebody's story and really getting to know, you know, who they are, you know what I mean? And just trying to create that genuineness, you know what I mean? And that's why I do it. Like, you know, the second part of why I do it. But again, thank you, everybody listening. Please like, subscribe, all that good jazz. We appreciate y'all. DJ Kendrizzle, Kendra Valenzuela. A great person.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you have a good rest of the week. All right.
Thank you, man. I'll see you next time. I really do appreciate you for having me.
Alrighty, I'll let you know if I'm ever in town. Y'all take
All
care,
right, let me
everybody.
know. Peace
All
out,
right.
guys. Y'all be safe.